want to say I run David's race, and David puts on a great race. There's a lot of bracket racing coming out there because of the 10-5 class, but David's got a good bracket race at his races.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see a lot more support for him.
Please, for God's sakes, first. I mean, it's the least that you can do for your family, for yourself. Take the time for your family. And tell them that you love them. Amen. And thank God for every breath. Thank y'all.
Yeah, got me too.
Ring the bell. Once again, I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. Had a good meal. I want to thank the staff of Texas Roadhouse and my wife and her team members for getting everything set up. And I want to recognize a couple people, and then we will move right into the program. Many of you heard me say, life is a journey and everybody's got a story. And I've been blessed with a story. In the beginning, when the track was built, it was known as Highway 258 Drag Strip. Mr. Billy Jones was there from the very beginning, 1967. Billy, could you stand up for me? Now, Billy's got a journey. He can tell us a story, and I have the utmost respect for him. And then the next phase of life, in 1972, which I'm very blessed to still have my father with me, my dad, Troy Humphrey. He's had the track in 72. And back in those days, him and Billy had all that fun, because I was a toddler back then. And hey, look, they have some fun now. We did. But hey, let's give these two. You know, I'll just sit down. One thing my father's always told me, Billy, hold on.
Let me introduce you to them.
Yeah. Smile. Make them smile.
Do it overnight. You'll be 85 coming up in October, and I think Billy's 82, 81. So, but like I said, they both have a story in their journey. And then, like I said, I thank the good Lord. I turned 65 2 weeks ago. 2025 is going to be a good year. 65 is going to be a good number. And, you know, we all have to wake up and be thankful we woke up, because it can change in a blink of an eye. And as Carl mentioned earlier, it's an honor to see Derek Scholler and his family here. I mean, their world changed black and white just like that. But hey, they know who answered all the prayers. And also, I couldn't do it without my team. I don't have no employees. I have a team. And I want to recognize Peggy and LaVon. They've been part of my team members since 1998. And then Steve Fritter, he and I went to school together. You know, so we've been team members a long, long time. And then Sharon Westbrook, she's been one of my team members from high school. We, believe it or not, we went to church together and when we were 7, 8 years old. And so in this journey, we create these relationships. And I look out here now, you know, I see multiple families, the Duff families, the Scholler families, you know, the Jones family, you know, the Marston families. So, I mean, there's a lot of family history in motorsports. And it's so good to be part of that team. I want to talk a little bit about There's always a positive and a negative. And I want to speak a little bit on the challenging side. I don't have problems, I have opportunities. I want to share a couple things with you that a lot of racers do not recognize. These racetracks, they're tough businesses. You got 6 months out of 12 months of obligations. There is not many racetracks, standalone racetracks. They're in a network of businesses. My father's always told me, W.T. Humphrey is the owner of multiple companies. He says, protect that base, because in that journey, the oxen will be in the ditch, and these other companies can help do so. W.T. Humphrey has helped the racetrack business. You don't realize this, but I want to share something with you. In 2024, we ran 18 Friday nights out of 30. That's April through October. Every track owner will tell you the Friday night deal is what pays the bill, because it's a tough business. Saturday nights, Coastal Plains ran 10 races out of 29 days. Ladies and gentlemen, that don't pay the bill. You know, I'm sitting here tonight, and it is what it is. Coastal Plains' investment in this operation tonight is over $10,000, with the points fund, the facility, and the food. But you know, hey, the Humphrey family's been blessed, and I wanted to start 2025 out at a positive note. And there again, social media is good. It's good. And look, after that journey, I want to say this. We all have the right to agree and the right to disagree. All I ask is, if it ain't positive, leave it alone. I talked to Bobby Smith. He's 74 years old. His cup is full. You know, it's getting tougher and tougher. There is no Saturday nights available. When Coastal Plains did its best, my dad and I, we call what we said the Monday morning quarterback. We will make a decision on Monday morning what we want to do the next Saturday night, and we made it work. Because right now, the way it is, business is now, there is no Saturday nights available. So, very true statement he told me. You know, we all are the elite. If we want to play with the elite, we got to deal with the masses. And the masses has got to be programs that are affordable for the masses. And you know, so I want to recognize another gentleman, special guest tonight. In our 2025 schedule, it's changed 6 times since November, trying to work around all these other dates. But I want to welcome David Braxton. David is the owner or manager of the 252 program. He has a very good program, and David and I and Wes has teamed up, and he's got 9 races coming up this year. We've got 8 points races plus some other things. So let's give David a round of applause. I mean, David has brought a different platform to the motorsports industry. And, you know, I can remember back in the earlier days at Coastal Plains or Highway 258, Daddy and Billy would be out there on a Saturday afternoon with 25 cars. That's all they have, 25 cars. But they would come back and win a first place, come back to a second place, and come back to a third place. You know, so, but the game's changed now. The racers have a lot of money tied in their operations, first-class operations, and I applaud all the bracket racers. You're all professional bracket racers. You just got to go out there and you got to have lady luck on board, because there again, it's a very tough competition. And I want to thank my track staff that has been supporting me over the years. Wes Ellis, he called me this morning, or texted this morning at 7 o'clock. His fiance got orders today. She had to be deployed this afternoon at 6 o'clock. So he went and met her, and they met halfway to meet his mom and dad and her mom and dad. So, he's doing his due diligence to show respect for her. She's stationed in Fort Bragg. She's been in the service for 11 years, and but she's been deployed, and so Wes is there to support her and her family. Charles Myers worked with us as last year. He's become a very good friend. I've known him a long time, and he's a phone call away. If I need something, he's there to answer the call. Many of you know the gentleman that's been working on the starting line. He's been on my team for the last 2 years. Steve Fountain, please stand up. Steve is he's run different race organizations in the western part of the state. He's got his mother lives out in the Chinquapin area. She's 95, and so he's come home to help take care of her. And he has a passion for motorsports. I met him last year, and he's going to become a bigger role in our race operations. Wes is going to be available when he's available. I know Wes and David are doing a lot of stuff together, but Wes has took on a full-time job with the Valvoline oil company doing quick change, mechanic work, and that kind of stuff. So, hey, Wes done Coastal Plains. He loved the racers. And like I said, he gave it 100%. But going back to these numbers of events, believe it or not, they were the same thing in 2023 when Charles was here. And it's hard to pay that investment in a full-time employee only running very minimal races. So, that's part of the challenge. So I want to thank everyone for your support. You can call the office, call me anytime. Steve's going to be getting a number, and we're looking for a great 2025 season. At this time, I'm going to ask Charles to come up. He's going to recognize our top 10 in our divisions for the Summit ET race program. And then also we're going to recognize our Tuesday night summer drags program as well. After that, we've got Miss Peggy passed out the bingo card. There's three cards there, and it didn't cost you anything. The first game we're going to play is going to be a vertical, all vertical. The first bingo winner, $100. The second game, cross horizontal, will be $200. And the third game will be final blackout. We'll get $300. So everybody's got a chance to be a winner. I considered about doing the practice tree and the money tree and that kind of deal over there, and but I wanted everybody to have a chance to be a winner. Hey, look, we woke up this morning, we're here tonight, and we're all winners. So we have to keep that focused. Okay, Charles, if you would, turn it over to you.
What's going on, everybody? How are y'all tonight? Good deal. Good to see everybody, and good to be back here at home at Coastal Plains. Stepping away for a year and stuff. It's been hard. I miss seeing everybody's bright, smiling faces every Saturday afternoon, but careers call otherwise. After giving it up for 10 years in the motorsports world, it's different to be away from it. But it's good to see everybody here tonight. A couple of things. As soon as we call our award winners up, we're going to get your picture. Dale's going to take your picture and stuff right next to Ronnie and everything else. And then champions, if you guys have a speech, please go right in. So we're not going to put you on the spot or anything, but if you do have a few words to say, any kind of sponsors or anything like that, you need to think, this is a good time to do it. Now, we talk about adversity. One of the big things that Ronnie's talked about, and this has been very, very prevalent in 2025 in motorsports as a whole, adversity. And obviously that's overcoming challenges. The Tuesday Night Drags program at Coastal Plains was started a couple years ago, and this is the first time we've really put together a true points championship, I think, to actually have crown a champion at the end of the year, and we've always been bit by weather and stuff like that. Well, The term adversity. It's hard, guys, to be able to go bracket race on a Tuesday night and go back to work on a Wednesday morning, okay? We all know that. But one of the things that we saw this year that was different than any other year happened to one of our racers and one of our champions, and that being Derek Scholler. I'm going out of order, Ronnie, and I apologize, but we're going to do this anyway. Derek Scholler, obviously, was a big fire that happened. Derek's very lucky to be alive. And when we look at what this championship means to many people, there's a story that goes with everything. And Derek, your story is inspiring to every one of us because safety at a motorsports facility is huge. You know, I was one that always pushed it as much as we could, and we were all guilty of getting in a race car without our fire protecting equipment and stuff like that, or shortchanging safety. But Derek, if you would, come on up here and give everybody what you've got and your personal story when it comes to safety in motorsports.
Well, thank you for putting me on the spot.
I do what I did.
That is not what I expected. Many of y'all know that I was in a very bad explosion. Lucky to be here. I was in last month when this deal was supposed to actually happen. I was in the J.C. burn center. I was burned 30% of my body, right? And the question was if I was going to have legs. They plainly told me if I would have took one breath, as hot as that was, that I would not be here. So I am lucky to actually be here. Our life changed just like that. Luckily enough, I've got a great family. So I've been able to actually be out of work and still function. But the main thing, like Charles was saying, is safety. I have crawled in a race car all last year, my whole life, except for running the ERA, where they made us wear all our safety stuff. You never think about it till it's too late. Most of y'all run in shorts, the little sweatpants, and t-shirts. What if? We're all running at least 100 miles an hour. What if? So back to what he was saying, safety. Please, for God's sakes, buy a fire suit. I mean, it's the least that you can do for your family, for yourself. Get a $100 diaper on your car. I think Ronnie, if ever track would mandate. It's $100. If you're at the top end, where it's prone to happen, car spins, rolls, all because you didn't have a diaper, then you're on fire, you're wearing shorts, it's too late. So, with that being said, take the time for your family and tell them that you love them. Amen. And thank God for every breath. Thank y'all.
Derek, real quick, he is your Summer Drags champion in top eliminator. Derek, family, if you would, come up.
Thanks, sir.
All right, one more round of applause for Derek.
We didn't applaud Ronnie and his family for everything that they've done. I think that he deserves a round of applause.
Charles, let me add one thing to it that I forgot to tell Charles. The champions have an envelope with a Renegade gift certificate. You get a gas jug and 5 gallons of gas, 12, 10, or methanol. So all the champions, when you leave tonight, make sure you get your gas jug and take it with you.
Very good. Nice that Renegade actually did that too. Renegade, I can tell you from an outsider standpoint, Renegade is doing more work for the sportsman racers right now than they've ever done in the past. You've got VP and Sunoco that have been around forever. Renegade, Tim, the guys, they all splice with glue at the racetrack and everything else. They have really stepped up for you, the racers, more than anybody has in a long time for Renegade. So thanks to Tim and the guys over at Renegade as well. Real quick, second place in the top eliminator class, Mr. Steve Jones. Steve, you're right, perfect.
When you come up, I'm giving 2 shots, bud.
And then third place in top eliminator was Bradley Hoffman, and I don't see Bradley or Kayla or anybody tonight from the Hoffman crowd. I guess $9 on vacation this week. In modified eliminator, we're gonna get back to normal schedule. Third place was Mr. Eric Aman. I don't think Eric's here tonight either. Nope. And then Mr. Perry Green finished second in the modified eliminator Tuesday night drags. Mr. Perry, I know you're up. Come on. And the modified eliminator champion this year in this Tuesday night drags was Mr. Tommy Duff. Tommy is not here. I think he's actually moving houses, isn't he, Mr. Carl? Mr. Carl, come on. There you go. Again, if you're going to run the race cars anyway, you might as well get your street car, you'll run Sportsman Eliminator for next year. The more participation we have in this class, the better. And I can really see this as being one of the leading classes going into 2025 across the board among the other section bonds. So, third place was Mr. Leonard Cherry. I don't see Mr. Leonard here. Mr. Thurman Warren, who is not here either. And the champion happens to be Rossi Gould Jr. Rossi, maybe you're back in the back, if you would.
Ross told me earlier that Junior was flying back from the West Coast. He's been out in a training class this week, so he's coming to honor both sides of the family.
Yeah.
It all started with him, though.
Thank you.
Part of it, and we all have to go have a good time. Let's start with our junior dragster category. Our junior dragster category, they are the stars of tomorrow. The junior dragster has been around a long time. In fact, back in 2006, I believe it was, we ran the junior dragster points down here. So again, coming up through the ranks, it really does encourage the next generation of drivers to be here. And with that being said, Autumn Jones finished second in points. Autumn, are you? Yep, perfect. Come on up. And your 2024 Junior Dragster champion at Coastal Plains is Gavin Thornton. Alrighty, let's talk motorcycle eliminator. Motorcycles. There's nothing more finite than the changes that you have to make on motorcycle makes you consistent. And I can tell you, these guys, y'all have got a lot more consistency than I ever really on motorcycles. All I'm gonna tell you. The top 10 of motorcycles, Mr. Mike Kellum. Mike, I don't think he's here. 9th was E.L. Bonner. 8th was Derek Venners. Michael Lilly finished 7th. 6th was Keith Bonner. Michael McAllister, number 5. Mike is here either. And then 4th was Dre Thompson. Dre, you here? 3rd was James Slater, which I don't see James either. William Locklear, you're here though. Aren't you? Okay, no William Locklear. And then Brandon Thompson was your 2024 motorcycle eliminator champion. Okay? We know who's getting.
Let me add this as well. When we changed the date, that messed the schedule up for a lot of these people. But as I said a month ago, it was all snowed out here, and that's why a lot of the drivers couldn't make it tonight. And Friday night is not really the right night, but I was trying to, knew Glock was going to race Saturday and Sunday, so I moved it to Friday night. You know, there's no right answer, but hey, I thank y'all for coming.
Modified eliminator. Let's talk modified eliminator really quick. I can tell you this, and again, having been in a lot of the racetracks and stuff throughout the country, modified eliminator is one of the toughest categories in Coastal Plains that you can be in. Foot brake crowd here in the eastern part of the state is tremendous, tremendous. And to say you've earned the top 10 spot in modified eliminator at Coastal Plains, you've really done something. That's an accomplishment everybody ought to be proud of. With that being said, 10th place in points was Mr. Mallory Pennington. Let's see, Mallory. 9th was Ross Wolf Jr., and then 8th was the dad, Ross. So come on up, Mr. Ross.
Thank you, Ken.
Mr. Thurman Warren rounded out the number 7 spot, and then, of course, the Duff family, Tyler and Tommy, finished 6th and 5th in points, followed by Mr. Bradley Hoffman in 4th. Then Mr. Perry Green, number 3 again. So come on up. To finish 2-3 in the summer shootout, and then you finish 3rd in the regular field, you've obviously done something right.
Something a little bit better.
I'll tell you what, when I grow up, I want to be just like you, so keep at it. And then finishing out second was Mr. Curtis Williams. Curtis, you back there? Come on up. And then your 2024 modified eliminator WDRA champion, Mr. Carl Duff. Or you don't want to say it? I know you're full of words. Come on.
I want to thank God because I couldn't do nothing without him. Thank my family, and Tommy and Tyler does all the work on the car. I just get there and drive it, and the Lord steers me and goes from there. But you know, I never pray to win. I just pray, Lord, just let me do my best. And I want to do that if I'm racing or doing anything else. But the 2 guys that came up here ahead of me, they're just as tough as nails, and they're great competitors and great friends as well. And he said it is tough. When you let go of the brake and mash the gas, you got to shift it when you get down the track and do all that. And at 68 years old, I'm just glad to still be here and be able to do it and have fun. So praise the Lord.
And then last but not least, the premier category, Coastal Plains top eliminator. Top eliminator, we always look at as, foot brake and everything. You can win with a 20-30 line. Top eliminator, you got to be almost perfect every time you get up there. So again, when we're talking about a category and a champion, a top eliminator champion of Coastal Plains is right up there with the rest of them. And I tell you, to be a top eliminator champion at Coastal, again, I did a survey back some time ago. And we have produced more world champions in Onslow County and Sampson County than anywhere else in the country. So to say that, again, you've won in Coastal Plains, it means a lot. And for the top 10 in points, you've done a lot, especially over 10 races. Number 10 in points was Mr. Stephen Burns. Farron Shepard finished out at 9th. Mr. Jason Leary at 8th. Cale Hoffman at 7th. Tyler Duff at 6th. Mr. Carl, you want to get the Tyler?
Sorry about that.
Top 5 in points for top eliminator, Matthew Medlin, number 5. Let's see, Matt. Mr. Jamie Silence in 4th. Okay. 3rd place was Mr. Mark Jones. Mark. Congratulations, Mark. 2nd place was Travis Morton, which Travis is not here either. And your 2024 top eliminator champion for Coastal Plains, Mr. Steve Jones.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
Right. Guys, again, I just want to say that I had a great time racing you guys, and last time I was up here, I think was 2000. And it's been 19 years since I drove a car. And I love it now.
You're back on time.
Yes, sir. Can't go nowhere but down.
Repeat is in your future, so.
Thank you, man.
Again, want to say thank you again to all your racers and stuff. Again, we talk about North Carolina and all the racing that goes on here. Again, we wouldn't be standing up here and celebrating champions if it wasn't for your support. On behalf of the Humphrey family, Troy, Mr. Ronnie, everybody, thank you again for a positive 2024 year. 2025 is going to be exciting. David Braxton's bringing a lot of new ideas and stuff to the facility, and again, we're excited for 2025 at Coastal Plains. Thanks again, guys.
I just want to say, I run David's race, and David puts on a great race. There's a lot of bracket racing coming out there because of the 10-5 class, but David's got a good bracket race at his races.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see a lot more support for him.
Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, David, he works hard to have it the best of the best, and this bracket program is good, and yes, it's a different kind of racing, but hey, it's a great race, and put commend you, David, what your team's doing.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we can do the bingo. Do we need a 5-minute break real quick, or are we ready to roll on? Huh? All right. Okay.
You got my measure.
The horizontal across the top. That will be. Okay, all right. Any horizontal. So. All three cards, yep.
Playing all three at the same time.
Yeah, that's like, we got three colors. This is new to me, by the way. My friend's gonna speak first, then I'm gonna call the same number out second. So, it's high technology. I have got a bingo game. Bear with me. G5, B52. Oh, hold on. All right, I apologize. Hold it. I'll tell you what, let's go to the real thing. Yeah. All right, Charles, it's yours.
Give me a second. We got to read.
Hey, we'll roll them in the plate.
There you go.
Yeah. Put them on here, we'll roll the plate. Like rolling the dice. Sorry about that. There you go.
All right, we're gonna do this blindfold. So, all right, B6.
B6.
B3.
B3.
I got B3, B16, then the three spot, G51, 068.
That's it.
All right.
I stumbled
Okay. Hard and vertical.
Okay.
If the
Ready?
pin quits on, you just roll it on the back. It'll come back alive. I've had them on my shelf for a couple of days. They're good in season.
G52.
G52.
G14.
B14.
3 of them.
Alright, take my 3 bingo players up here.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Hey,
Rock, paper, scissors.
everybody got bingo, got What we got? Ross is bowed out. All right, let's do this quick. I got 3/4. Odd man wins. All right. All right, odd man wins. Hits. Hits. Tails. Tails. All right, Mark gets $200. All right, this is the final game, full deck, and the winner gets $300.
G51.
G51. Yeah, all the numbers.
One whole card.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. All right.
I-26. Yeah, got me too.
Protest.
All right, 2 youngest guys in the room.
All right, okay. I need to talk to the crew chiefs. Do we want to split it, or do we want to flip a coin? Split it. Split it. All right, crew chief says split it. All right, here we go. All right, so that means you get one, and I get one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2. Let me get your hands.
Videos.
Our banquet. Please take you some food home with you. Got more dessert. Stay long as you want.
Champions. We need all of our champions up here. Dale's going to get one big. Absolutely.
Well, I just got home, and as you saw, I ended up winning $150 at the end of that. Mark could have not seen it, but I split it with this other kid. The final prize was actually $300, and I split it, and I got $150. Yeah, that's it for this video. Sometime next week and the next week after, I'm going to have 2 more videos hopefully coming out. One for the 10-5 Madness drivers meeting, and one for the 252 meeting. So I'll see you in those videos.